Hey, what's going on? Nick Unsworth here, and you're watching Life on Fire TV. And in this session, what I've made for you are the top 10 ways to drive Facebook likes to your Facebook business page. And I'm gonna go through the top 10, and I'm gonna give you all the techniques that we're using right here today that are actually working really, really well, not only for us, but also for our clients. So these are relevant, they're fresh, they're still working, and they'll work for you too. So number 10, we have to connect your personal Facebook page to your business page. So what you'll see here on the screen is that on your Facebook personal profile, there is one particular section that is in the About section that you can connect your personal profile to your business page. And it's very easy to do. You just edit your About section, and then in your employment, you just choose your Facebook business page as your employer. And the reason is because when anyone finds you on your personal Facebook profile, one of the first things that they look at below your cover photo is what you do for work. And it's not a crazy amount of traffic, but it avoids someone clicking on it and getting what we call like this briefcase of death. It's like the gray briefcase that when you click on someone's employment and it pops up and it's just a community page that doesn't have any information on it. So when someone clicks on it and they're searching for you, we want them to get to your Facebook business page. So that is number 10. All right, number 9. Number 9 is basically traditional marketing. And traditional marketing, what I mean by that is this is going to be, what you use for your email signature. So I know it sounds really basic. These are going to get more advanced as we go, but just by putting in your email signature, find us on Facebook, your Facebook URL, it's going to make a difference. It's going to call out and call attention to your Facebook page. Now I encourage you to be more personal. Change up your email signature. Write something about a contest you have coming up. Write something that's cool that you just put on your Facebook page. Make it unique. The other thing is that you may want to consider is use a custom domain name. So you can go to GoDaddy, you can buy one, and you can forward it to your Facebook business page. So it's easier to say, it looks better, and you can direct where they land, so that in my case, I would say go to nixfanpage.com, and it takes you to facebook.com/nixfanpage. Now, if you click on a Facebook URL, you're always going to go to the timeline. If you type in my URL, nixfanpage.com, it's going to actually bring you to wherever I choose to forward it to. So I can bring you to a landing tab, I can bring you to a contest page, I can bring you to an offer, I can bring you wherever you want on my Facebook page. So keep that in mind. Also, if you're a brick and mortar business, you may want to use a table tent or other ways, or a window decal to display your Facebook page as well. So that is number 9. All right, number 8. We have linking your Facebook page to Twitter. This is very simple to do. Just go to facebook.com/Twitter, and every time you do a status update, it's just gonna push it directly to Twitter for you. Now, I never, ever wanna take my tweets and import them to Facebook, but moving your content from Facebook to Twitter, I think is cool. So that is number 8. All right, number 7. Number 7 is tagging. Okay, so tagging, you want to do this the right way, because there's nothing more annoying than being tagged in a photo that you're not in, or being tagged in a video that you're not in either. But if you are tagging appropriately and you're doing this correctly, then it can actually get you really good traffic. So what I mean by that is, I would do something where, let's say I'm at an event and there's a famous speaker or an entrepreneur, or if you have a picture with someone like that, someone that has influence, and you want to get in front of their fans and you want to kind of commingle like that, then if you upload that photo and you tag them, it's appropriate because they're in the photo. The other way to do this is what I call just doing the testimonial approach. So there was a time when I was getting started in the industry that I wanted to get in front of other people, and I wanted to get in front of some of the authors of books, and I would tag them, but I would compliment them. And I would give them a testimonial like, hey, I just read a book called XYZ, and I just want to let you know how much I really enjoy it and appreciate it. And as a Facebook marketing expert, this really helped me out. And that kind of gets you in front of their fans too, but in a classy way. And it only is good if you're authentic and you're actually doing it legitimately and giving them a testimonial. All right, so that is number 7. Number 6 is to invite your friends. This is very simple, very easy. You want to go to your business page, and there's a little button on the home page as the admin, and it says Build Audience. And you click that button, and it's going to allow you to invite your friends. It's going to have you invite your personal Facebook friends. And what's cool about that is you just check off their faces, hit submit, and they're going to get a notification. Very, very low pressure, very non-confrontational way to get some high quality people to your page, your friends and your family. I've got another tip called the Social Alliance where we actually can do this for each other as well, and I'll get to that in just a second. But you want to invite your friends, and I encourage you to only do about 50 per day, because Facebook's going to actually limit how many of these invitations that you send out. So don't blast everybody at once, but you can do it, maybe 50 a day until you've invited all of your personal friends. And that is number 6. All right. Number 5. Okay. Number 5 is to have awesome content. And number 5 with awesome content is really about having photos and infographics. And the reason this is so important is because having photos that create an emotion, or having photos that are fun or that are light and engaging, is going to increase people's likelihood to interact, to like it, to comment, and to share it. So if you have a cool photo with a good message and it creates an emotional charge in someone, then it's going to be much more likely for it to get shared. And you just want to keep in mind that your description that's where you're going to have your personal message. That's where you're going to have any calls to action. And when people are sharing that photo, for whatever reason, it's going to help drive people back to your page and increase the amount of likes that you get. So that is number 5. All right, number 4. Number 4 is awesome content, but video marketing. Video marketing is great on Facebook, and what I love about it is that it builds rapport with your audience. It's very easy to share, and it also increases the likelihood of getting likes as well. So video marketing, you would just directly upload it as a status update as well. And again, make sure that you edit that description, and you really want to make sure that you're putting a call to action in the description so that people are doing what it is that you want them to do. Do you want them to like your page? Do you want them to opt into your email address? Do you want them to register for a webinar? That's up to you. That's number 4. All right, number 3 is what I call the Social Alliance. And what's great about this is a social alliance is basically working with other people that are complementary to you in your business. They're synergistic. So for me, I love working with business coaches. I love having clients that are influential, that are authors. And so if I'm trying to find if I'm trying to get to that demographic, or I'm trying to get to other business owners who I can teach Facebook marketing to, what are other professions that can also help me get there, right? So if I were to do a quote social alliance with someone that is a SEO expert or someone that's a video marketing expert, we all share the same client. I call them centers of influence. So what's cool is that if I were to promote a SEO expert to my fans on my page, and then they were to promote me to their fans on their page, you can see how that we're both adding value for our fans and our likes by sharing content. But in addition to that, we're also promoting each other's pages, and we're creating additional likes to each other's pages. That's done in a way that's through a relationship. So there's nothing better than earned media where if someone's talking about you or your brand, that's not you. So the more people that you can get to promote your content that are synergistic, the better. So the Social Alliance is something that I've done in the very beginning when I started my page, and it's a great, great way to grow thousands of really high targeted, high quality fans because they're referred. So that's number 3. All right, number 2. And you can see that these are getting a little bit better as we go. Number 2, this is very basic, but it's so critical and so important. Number 2 is emailing your database and letting them know why they should come and check out your page on Facebook. Because you don't want them to just check out your page and like your page, but we want them to interact, engage, plug in, and then also go down your path, right? So what is your path? Are you getting them to like your page? Then they're gonna opt in, then they're gonna go through a sequence. What is it for your business? But with emailing your database, it's so important to get high quality likes to your page because those are the ones that are gonna comment and interact. So why wouldn't you start with friends, family, people that you already know, past clients? So if you have an email provider like MailChimp or Constant Contact or any of the other large providers, just put together an email and make the sole focus going to your Facebook page, connecting and liking the page. And if you don't have a Constant Contact or a large email provider, I've got a lot of clients that are smaller businesses that they just BCC everyone in Gmail. But take advantage of the contacts and the network that you have and just simply email them. So it's easy as that. All right, so the number 1 way to get Facebook likes to your Facebook page is Facebook advertising. And what is so great about this is that you don't have to have a huge budget for this. You know, when I first got started, I ran $100, right? You can take $100 or even $20 and you can get hundreds of likes, if not thousands of likes. And the whole thing is that with using Facebook advertising, there's two particular ways to do it. On one hand, I do what's called a like campaign. And this is where you would run an ad that would be one of those ads on the right-hand side. And what I would like you to do is if you have a personal brand, you would want a picture of yourself. If you're a larger company or corporation, you would want to use a friendly picture, something that's happy, not just a logo. You'd want it to be a cool, engaging, fun picture that they want to click on. Because the Facebook ad platform, it is all based on what's called click-through rate. You want to make sure that when someone sees your ad, that they want to interact with it. So basically have an engaging photo, and then in your copy on the ad, you would just say, click like if you love, ... And then you insert your answer there. So as an example, I've got a client named Keith, and Keith works at a radio station. And so we started talking about his ideal target market, and I was like, well, what's the most popular musician on your station? He goes, oh my God, Bruno Mars. I was like, all right, well, perfect. So why don't we do this? Let's run a campaign, a like campaign, because he wanted to have more likes than any other station in his state, right? And so we ran a like campaign and said, click like if you love Bruno Mars, right? So it's a very friendly ad. And guess who we targeted, right? So we targeted people that already like Bruno Mars. So on Facebook, you can do what's called a precise interest targeting, and you can zoom in and we can identify that there's millions of people that like Bruno Mars. So we can target those people that already like him, and we can target the geographic region as to where his radio show plays, and then the ad just says, click like if you love Bruno Mars. And what ended up happening is that it was a very highly relevant ad, very high click-through rate, and he was getting likes for just a penny. And so for him, they were targeted, they were engaged, and a penny a like is not bad when a lot of people value likes from anywhere from 75 cents up to a couple bucks. So it's a very, very easy strategy. The next Facebook advertising strategy, which is absolutely the bomb, is what's called a promoted post. And this is primarily what we use to create conversions. This is how we drive people to our email list. This is how we sell products. This is everything that we do. And a quick crash course on this is that when you upload an image or a video as a status update to your page, you want to run ads to that, right? So you want to have your call to action in the description, and then you create what's called a promoted post. Now, that promoted post, the best part about it is that it appears in the news feed of your target market. So it's this living, breathing thing that's alive. I mean, it's getting likes, it's getting comments, it's getting shared, and you're taking that ad and you're running it and you're targeting your exact ideal target market and prospects using precise interests. So the big thing with that is that when you're running a promoted post, please, please, please make sure that it is mobile ready. And what I mean is that you can use the Power Editor. Facebook has a lot of changes coming down the pipe where you can make sure that your ads get displayed on mobile. More than 80% of our traffic is coming from mobile. And that's how we're able to drive our lead costs from $3 per email opt-in all the way down to a little over $1 per email opt-in. So that is tip number one, and this is the best tip for driving likes to your page. And the reason for driving likes is because it creates authority. It builds authority, it creates instant social proof and credibility, and the more likes that you have, I've actually found that your ad costs will ultimately go down over time because people perceive you to be successful. They perceive you to be good at what you do. Whether you're a solo entrepreneur or a big box brand, likes are still good. So other than that, the next thing here is just the question mark. The question mark is, how do you get fans? What is your take on likes? I know that there's some people that don't focus on it. There's people that do lots of different things. But what is the strategy that works best for you? Or of these 10, which one do you like the most? So be sure to share a comment below, interact, let us know your feedback, and share a couple ahas. If there's one of these tips that you really liked, and we'll catch up with you on the next session. Talk to you soon.